Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME and welcome back to another episode of Paradise Killer. Where we last left off was we basically talked with everyone. I spoke with whatever people was left for the sort of like getting to know them kind of situation. But also, I want to point out that if my face cam sizes has changed a little bit, that's because OBS updated and screwed my computer setting, or my OBS setting for my camera. So my window might be a little bit smaller or bigger than I wanted it to be. Hopefully it's not. I'm hoping that the size is the same because I've never liked to change my camera size for where I'm showing up in the game in terms of face cam stuff, but we'll work with it, hopefully, and it doesn't block any sort of like text on screen that's on the top right corner as usual. Yeah, so let's jump into it. One Last Kiss was the last person. We haven't finished with the relationship stuff. The relationship level stuff, so we'll probably do hers as the last thing, hopefully. And then I did say I wanted to go for looking for the demon corrupted area so that we can go and see if we can pick up some of the last few information if we can. If not, then I'm going straight into the trial because I'm already at the point where there's not much left to go for. Like, there's whiskey and starlight skin stuff out here, but I'm just like, there's not a lot of places I could look to definitively be like, say like there's extra content for whatever reasons. Like I'm thinking there's a lot less of that and there's more of like the push to go to the trials already, so that might be me doing that soon. Got time to chat? I have all the time in the world until the island ends. How do you deal with a corrupt ruling class?
Do you understand, investigator?
No society has ever worked that out. The real world would be a different place if they had. The ruling class are more insidious than the gods. We corrupt all that they touch, mutating society to be something that only benefits them. For every ruler that meets the guillotine, another takes their place. Society births them with no respite.
What mysteries are around us?
What would you do? I change hearts, obviously. I'm not gonna mass murder. Well, I see that it's a joke, but I wouldn't do that. Change hearts to change minds. I hope you're right. I hope you can do it. The cycle will repeat until you do. I have enjoyed our conversations, but you have a job to do. Paradise needs saving, and I will assist you where I can. Oh, investigator, if I have something for you. I don't need it anymore. Vintage watch. Why do I need it? Never forget that the clock is ticking. Relationship released and or maxed. Philosophy of Ghosts achievement unlocked. Vintage watch obtained. One Last Kiss's watch. She doesn't need it anymore. All right, so we got everybody's items for the relationship stuff. We maxed them all out. I don't think there's any other person left to talk to worry about. I think there is the sort of sense that we can talk to the people with the exclamation marks on their icon, but that's like, again, like nothing more to them except for like the smaller informations. The last place I want to go to before we head into the trial definitely would be the demon stuff. So let's do that. I already collected all the stuff I needed, I think, in this area here. All those hearts should be gone now at this point. Like, there's just probably one or two lingering about, yeah. But they're all, like, crystals. One or two crystals here and there. Yeah, like, small little crystal stuff. They're not, like, big deal kind of sort of thing. Alright, let's go and fast travel to the... Actually, I don't think I need to fast travel. I just need to know where to head. Where to head over to the, how to head over to the demon space, the demon sort of like looking space. Oh no, I didn't mean to hop back. That was unintentional. I wanted to jump and grab the crystal, but it's fine. Okay, let's get going then. I want to go to the demon space to see if we can pick up any last information clue about the witness. I think we already got all the information we need from the witness stuff, but I think that doing a double back one last time before going into the trial would be necessary to help with any sort of lasting information we got missing from the whole space. And then we'll get into the trial for this episode if we can. Not sure if I'll do it in... I don't know how long the trials run for in this game, and that's the worrisome part, is that can it be a one-shot deal for just presenting evidence? Like, it would just be like, select options and then dialogue for like 3 minutes or something. Like, maximum is 3 minutes is what I would want, ideally, but it might be 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, depending on how much reading there is. And then like another presenting evidence, and then so on and so forth. And it would be like a core loop or a repetitive loop for like a little bit before you actually close case for once or something. Because that's how I see the trials gonna look like. Like, the only games I've known about the trials sort of like thing going on is like Phoenix Wright and another game, a little tiny game called Avery Attorney. I played a little bit of Avery Attorney. It does kind of have that similar vibe of Phoenix Wright, but it's like a little different, I think. I think Phoenix Wright is weirdly like sort of like a baseline, a good baseline for court case trial gameplay. It's weird enough that it works because it's simplistic. It's watered down to a more simplistic way in a way, in my opinion, from what I remember playing. Okay, is this? Yeah, this is the way. Yeah, we need to go this way to get to the demon corrupted area. But yeah, like, overall I just think that Phoenix Wright definitely is like a good baseline of what court case sort of gameplay should be like. And Avery Attorney, if I recalled when I last played it, I didn't finish Avery Attorney. I might play it as a video one day, but one of the things I felt about Avery Attorney was like it kind of felt similar, but it felt more difficult because you could lose out evidence without knowing it. Not a spoiler, but kind of a spoiler kind of thing, I guess. Not a spoiler, but a spoiler at the same time. So, all right, let's see what this area can present that we haven't checked. I know we took out the Henry's apartment space and got the information we need off of his little vault. That was it. Like, that was the end of that sort of like apartment space. Like, I don't think there was any more than that. And I know this is the only spot that's sort of a laboratory for the witness in a weird way. I already got all the information here. Something has been destroyed here. Starlight says nothing's unusual here. Some metals, plastic, tinted glass, and fire-resistant fabric. No way to tell what it is. It was. Looks like the work of pile bunker gauntlets. Okay, so that was... Yeah, the gauntlets we picked up for ourselves, I believe. We picked up the gauntlet ourselves, so I don't think we need to worry about that. I think this is not much of a hole, but we can... Nope. There we go. I was like, how do we... Very tight hole, but okay. Very tight spot of a hole. Just want to see if there's anything more that's offered here. Yeah, I just want to see if there's any spots that's left over here in this particular space. Yeah, because I don't think there would be any more. There might be one more spot that I haven't looked at more thoroughly enough since I last came here. And I only saw it, like, went up there once, which is the top of this area. The rooftops of this apartment space. So I'm gonna revisit the apartment space on the top, the very, very top here, one last time. But otherwise, I remember I already looked up here, like, all the way through. So I did look thoroughly, very, very thoroughly in this space. Yeah, we got that thing right there, of course. And then there was like another set of upstairs here. Shouldn't be much, really, I don't think. Yeah, all the way to the roof here. Checking it out one last time with the Q. Yeah, nothing. Alright, cool. Alright then, let's get out of here then. Yeah, because there's really nothing much in here besides that spot, I think, to like look at left. Of course, this is the sort of secret like hidey hole or tunnel or whatever. One Last Kiss kind of suggested this is a good spot to look for everything, but I was like, whatever. I already went through here, like literally like in episode like 20 or before episode 20 maybe. But like it's just funny to see like some people are like suggesting things and I'm already done with it. But yeah. Alright, so I think I've investigated almost everything we need to investigate. So let's try and literally finish this game once and for all. Or try to. Try to do that. Let me save just in case. I might have to like take a break and say like I'm not coming back to this for a while. Kind of situation.
Getting saved.
Alrighty. Fast travel? Yes. So where can I take you? Courthouse. There we go. No worries, LD. Let's go. Yep. I'm not gonna reread some of them because they end up being the same thing anyways. Save them. Saving again. One last time. Actually, one last time.
Getting saved.
One last time because this is actually a spot that I need to come back to anyways when I get to the court stuff. Alrighty, here we go. This will be it. We're about to knock into our my old gun. When the time comes to execute justice, she will sing the song of punishment. Oh, I have to speak to Judge here, I think.
The investigator. Are you our savior as well? Is paradise worth saving?
Are you ready to start the trial? Or I shouldn't do an accent. I keep going back, defaulting to an accent in my head, but this one's a verb, like a reverb of her voice. Are you ready to start the trial that will determine the fate of the syndicates? Have you found facts and crafted the truth? I'm ready to work through this with you, Lady Lovedeyes. We shall examine your case files and cast light upon the shadowy recesses where truth lies.
The door to truth will open.
Are you ready to begin the trials, Lady Lovedeyes? This is the point of no return. Ensure that you are happy with your evidence and reasoning. There is no going back. Wait, let me do one last thing before I do it. Still working on it, Judge. I am almost salivating for the trial. Come back when you are ready. Oh, we get to actually ask some stuff? Really? That's interesting. I never knew we can ask some questions. Leader Carmelina. Why did you make Architect the acting leader? Perfect 25 is her design, her vision. The Syndicate has been mortally wounded. We cannot let the move to the next island suffer as well.
Got it.
Law forbids her to be on the council. I have not forgotten her father's crimes. She's a temporary leader. We will go to the new island and she will step down.
Sure.
Any assurance of that? The marshals work for the council and the syndicate. They will ensure that she steps down.
Sorry.
I hope you're right. I am almost salivating for the trial. Come back when you're ready. Yeah. Okay, so we do get to ask these like questions that I didn't realize that Judge would actually hide behind. Doesn't witness to the end usually have authority at the end of an island? The remaining syndicate members are all submerged in the bubbling swamp of suspicion. This includes witness.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
You just took jurisdiction? I am impartial. My ego was scrubbed a long time ago. I am fused to this island. I cannot move from the chamber of justice. You and I are the only ones free of suspicion. You and I will understand the truths. I am almost elevated. Oh yeah, okay. I don't need to reread that every time. Where are the rest of the syndicate? Some made it out, ferried through the Paradise Gates, the new island. The rest remain here, the gates sealed after the bloodbath.
That's strange.
Are they suspects as well? It is possible that they set a conspiracy in motion before they left. I doubt it though. Criminals always return to the scene of the crime. They insert themselves in the narrative. They need to know. The rest of the syndicate are on the new island. The gates are sealed. They can't come back. They cannot revisit.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
I see. They can't exert influence from the new island or keep tabs on the investigation. If you commit the crime to end all crimes, you need to know how it is playing out. How it is playing out. Focus on the suspects here. If a conspiracy was initiated by someone who has left, a co-conspirator will be on the island. You will reveal the truth through them. I am almost salivating. Okay, I already know that. Why me? I nearly allowed damned Harmony to wipe us out. You don't get exiled for a misdemeanor. You were the victim, not the criminal. The Syndicate is wrong to punish those that smell the rose of a god's deception. The gods are insidious, slithering into your mind. Corruption by an astral deity is not consensual. You're the only one to have ever said that. I was bound by Montserrat and the council all those millennia ago. Now I can make it up to you. Thank you, Judge. I am almost salivating. I already read that. Okay, cool. So let's think of... Let me see one more thing before we go in. Okay, so Lydia's got her exclamation mark. Dr. Doomjazz has got his exclamation mark. Potential lead. Carmelina build a secret zone. A secret bunker in the dead zone. Sounds exciting, which I don't think there is much of a secret bunker, though. Unless there's more to it, but I don't think so, because I checked and there is no looking like... There's no specific space that looks appealing to that kind of thing, so Akiko photo. Okay, jeez. Yeah, because once I start this, it's not gonna be easy to do it. I feel like asking the last few questions would be important, but I'm like... I'm a little bit tired of this, like, conversation and points with all these characters, where they're almost leading to nothing at this point. They're just added information that just says, hey, I don't know nothing, or I know something but barely care. But let's start it.
Investigator, is paradise worth saving?
I already read all this, but let me actually...
The door to truth will open.
Let me actually save. I forgot to save before I started on this, because I did speak with Judge about the last few points here. Save one last time before we get into the trial. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bite. I'm not trying to bite for time. I'm just like... I'm trying my best not to like waste time here. But at the same time, I want to make sure that since I'm not going to come back to the open world aspects of the game, it's like I have less chances to do what I want to do.
The investigator is
okay, let's go.
paradise.
Let's just jump into the trial.
Will open.
Yep. Let's expose the truth.
Lady Love dies.
Are you sure Lady Love dies? This is the point of no return where we descend into the madness of crime. The penalty for anyone you convict is of any crime will be death as dictated by syndicate law. Please be sure. Yeah, so basically everyone who is guilty, anyone actually, not everyone, anyone who I deemed is guilty is dead. The question is, does this have multiple endings based on the characters that survive, or does it just kind of like leave us to ambiguity of like how it plays out in Perfect 25? But yeah, I know a few selected people. So basically the people I deem as guilty is Yuri and Carmelina. Those are two of the most guiltiest people on this island so far, I'd say. Because those two definitely showed that they had crime around them. Lydia and Sammy definitely had some stuff, but I don't think they had the most potentially. Because I think they were just doing it out of the business side of things. Crimson is innocent, I think, because she technically isn't like a type of person who would go out to do the action. She would just rather gather the information. Akiko's a little bit guilty, but I wouldn't kill her for it. I think she just had her own motives that pushed her to be a certain way. But she did help in assisting for how the council did die, like covering it up. So I think Akiko might be guilty as well, to some degree. Witness is guilty, but I don't think he's that guilty either. Like, he's kind of like the new... Like, there's 3 stages of guilt for me. There's the non-guilty, but had something to do with it. There's the middle, where they're guilty, but they don't deserve to punish. And then there's the guilty that deserves to punish. And Yuri definitely, and Carmelina are definitely there. While Witness and Akiko are definitely in the middle. For now. Who else am I missing in terms of people we talked to? One Last Kiss I don't think has anything to do with it. She's just like... she's just the information giver in a weird way. And then there's probably one more. Doomjazz, I think, is... I'm leaning towards guilty, but not needing to be punished. Doomjazz is feeling like he would assist Akiko to some degree. Because of, like, what she did. Okay, let's do it anyways.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
I'm overjoyed to hear that. Please wait while I assemble the suspects in the Chamber of Justice. The trials begin! Paradise hangs in the balance. Let me explain how we shall uncover truths and lies. Thank you. I was wondering about how we would do this. We will hold a trial for each case filed logged in Starlight. Oh! Interesting. So each case file is solved through this particular trial run, and we never get to go back, so that's what they stated, right? So that means that if we solve every single crime to a certain degree, it means that we will get to figure things out, I guess. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think.
Show me your truth.
I'm just trying to think all the case files we picked up and what they had to say or do. You will choose which suspect you wish to accuse and present your argument against them. I am an impartial tool of justice. I shall analyze your evidence and determine if you have proven your case. Can you break alibis? Can you put suspect at the scene? How strong is your case? All that matters is that justice is carried out. I'm not interested in speculation and weak prosecutions. I need the truth. We will find the suspect responsible for each crime.
The door to truth will open.
Anyone found guilty will be executed. This is the crime to end all crimes. Anyone involved cannot be allowed to infect Perfect 25 with their criminality. You will do the execution. The investigation freak will execute justice. Be confident about who you accuse. Are you clear on how the trials will work? Do you need me to repeat this? I am totally clear. I'm confident. I'm ready to go. Let's breathe life back into paradise. Oh jeez. Why with that noise?
That's
Jesus.
strange.
Judge? The island is ending. Our homes shatters before us.
This is nonsense.
This farce has gone on for long enough. It is time to move to the next island, Judge. I am the acting leader. I initiated the shutdown. Why? You mother truckin' Carmelina. So she actually was planning on doing this because that's why we can't go back to the island. Because once we're done with this trial, everyone else is moving to the next island. So we have I'm guessing we have a set timer.
Do your job.
The prime suspect has been sitting behind bars while the freak runs around the island chasing down false leads.
Do your job.
We have until the end of the island to do your trial. The truth may not be as simple as you believe, Architect. I'm doing this for the good of the Syndicate. Perfect 25 is waiting for us. You can't do
I have a bad feeling about this.
Judge, the clock is ticking. What does this mean for the trials? We don't have much time, Loved Eyes. The white smoke of oblivion threatens to consume the truth. You will have one desperate chance to find the truth for each case. For each case file, make one count. Make it count.
Believe what you want.
The rest of the syndicates are in agreement. It is time to move on and execute Henry.
I'm shocked. Stunned.
Screw you. Dude, this is hard because everyone's in this one spot and I have to read everybody's statement in their voice. You're overstepping your authority, Architect.
Crime cannot hide.
Judge, let's breathe life back into paradise. Loved Eyes, you are authorized to once again wield your server's weapon. Take hold of a chamber full of justice. Use it at the end of the trials to execute the guilty. Any involvement with this heinous crime carries the sentence of death.
Do your job.
Judge, this is severe. This is crime to end all crimes. Any amount of involvement is heresy against the gods and atrocity against the Syndicate. Or do you disagree?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I do not. Be strong in your accusations, investigator. The penalty for any of these crimes is death. It's been a while since I executed justice.
The journey into truth and justice begins.
Let's do this. So how do we do this, actually? Speak to the suspects and collect your gun. We'll commence the trial shortly. Okay. Let me get the gun.
Key item obtained.
Investigator's gun obtained. Lady Loveeye's gun for executing the guilty. You have retrieved your gun. I hope you appreciate how serious your accusations will be. I return to the stand when you're ready to talk. So I get to talk to everybody one last time. The door's locked? Good. Good. The door's locked at least. Alright. I know who's guilty. Oh, and Witness. Witness would be probably guilty but not deserves to die. But I think that with this trial, it looks like anyone who is seen as a little bit of guilty will actually die. It seems. Doom Jess? Doctor? Love dies. If you prosecute me, will I get conjugal visits? Sorry, Doc. The punishment for this crime is going to make that difficult. So these are just the goodbye kind of things. Lydia, Sam. Hey, LD. We're cool, right? We're in the clear, aren't we? We'll find out at trial, guys. They are partially guilty, but not that guilty. Crimson? Hope you know what you're doing, lady. You better have the evidence you need for whatever you're planning. Oh, of course, Henry. Henry? This is formality, right? I'm lined up to get my head blown off, aren't I? That's what we're here to find out. I want to see how guilty... It's funny because on the right side, these are the right people who are almost guilty entirely. Like, no. Yeah, this side of the aisle, literally everyone here is more guiltier than the people on the left side. Except for Henry, maybe, but otherwise it's just ridiculous. Architect?
This is nonsense.
Investigator, this island is ready to die, and a new one started. Do not delay in prosecuting Henry. All the evidence points to him. Yeah, because these three people literally assisted Carmelina in her actions. That's really funny. Maybe Lydia and Sammy was actually not trying to impose a crime, but to prevent one. Oh, that would be interesting. I never thought about that. What happens if Lydia and Sammy were both just trying to stop Henry from killing them, but found out that they accidentally got caught into the crime itself? Grand Marshal? You better get this right. Henry did it, and needs to be executed. Wrap this up. Yuri? Freak. Get this over with. We all know who did it. You're wasting my time. Witness? Lady Love dies. This is it, isn't it?
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
The Reckoning. The future of paradise. I hope you make the right choices. So do I. I actually do wish that I made the right choices, but hey, who knows? We're gonna make this the way it is. Investigator, we'll begin the trials. Truth or fact? Henry's escape. Henry allegedly escaped during his execution, broke through the prison bars, and headed to the council building, murdering the marshal's guards, traversing the holy seals, and killing the council before being apprehended at the scene. How did Henry escape? How did the accused killer break out of incarceration? Is it as the report states, or did something else happen? Henry Division is alleged to have escaped the desolation cell and murdered the council. Investigator, peel back the shroud of inscrutability and bring forth the sweet smile of truth. State your truth. Oh, I get to accuse. Oh no, this is rough because there's like a lot of information. Consider the facts and find the truth. Who will you accuse of the crime? I see everyone's putting their hands over their eyes. Yeah, they have nothing to do with it. Interesting. So each crime has its own specific thing that that is of evidence to that case. So whatever we picked up, that was considered as crime evidence. I think the Henry escape is... I'm gonna accuse Akiko, because Akiko actually had all the possible problems that does not line up to what it is. The problem is, the only problem I have with this is that she doesn't have any evidence to, she doesn't have any ways to... Wireless receiver, wireless the demon containment. No, that has nothing to do with this problem. Yeah, I think it's Akiko. I'm gonna accuse Akiko for this, because Henry's escape was Akiko's problem. But she was the only one there. There was no one else besides her, and so that if in order to break it out, you know, like, you need to actually have all the right business. And also, he did say he went through the barracks, so that means that he never escaped to begin with, probably. She just took him and just carried him over to certain places, and that's how he remembered some places. Previous convictions? None. Are you sure you want to continue with this accusation? Let's do it, I think. I'm not gonna be at the bad... This is the only way, I think. Suspect confirmed?
Crime is repulsive.
I believe this was part of a plan by Akiko.
Nenorochito, do you want to die?
This freak is lying! Torita está io... I'm sorry, I'm butchering the words. Poracari. The Grand Marshal broke the primary suspect out of prison she put him in?
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct a truth. Wait, how do I know which is which? I can't remember which one is which. Unless it's present all of it, and then all of it will be, because I can't be sure if one is enough, so I'm gonna say that much. Time frame. The time frame in Akiko's report doesn't match up. There is no way Henry could get off the desolation cell, made it to the council building, traverse the holy seals, and murder the council and be found at 1203 or 003. Akiko lied.
Touch Dracului din gură.
Guniole. Grand Marshal, respect the civility of this courthouse. Do you have a proper response? She's making that up. The freak is making me out to be a liar. She cooked up a little story to frame me. How did Henry cross the island, get through all the seals, murder the council, and exit the building by 1203?
What?
Esti Prost, he's got a demon in him. The demon gave him speed and strength. There's no evidence to suggest that. That's correct, Grand Marshal. Your word here isn't good enough. You are speculating without any evidence to back it up.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct. Oh, we can present everything. If we present every single thing, oh baby, that means that we can just prove her wrong I think we have to hit a right amount in order to count as a crime for her, I think. So that's probably what's happening. Broken procedure. Akiko broke procedure when she went to execute Henry. She shouldn't have gone by herself. She was either doing something illicit or giving him an opportunity.
Ce?
Ha! Is that the best you've got? I thought you were supposed to be an investigator freak. Speculating with nothing to back it up seems like a poor showing for Judge's big hope. She's right. This is speculation and not evidence.
Show me your truth.
So we can present everything, but I don't know if there's like a hidden number system, maybe? Henry was dosed Henry was dosed up with inhibitors. How could he have escaped if he was just fully sedated? Doctor, was his dosage correct?
What?
Yes. Oh wait. Yes, Judge. As it has been for the last 10 years. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal?
Turfă!
The demon inside him tricked us. I waited for the right moment. The inhibitors have never been right. What? But we didn't know. But literally, Dr. Doom just said it was all correct. Doctor?
Strange.
That's quite the claim. It would mean that the demon was capable of plotting and fooling us for decades.
Theoretically?
There's no medical evidence to suggest this happened.
Paradise feels wrong.
Very convenient that the demon pulled the trick off right at the end of the island. Why not attack sooner? This isn't hard evidence, but I'm taking it into consideration.
Show me your truth.
Alright. Alibi breaker. I can break Henry's alibi. Lady Love dies? Henry stands accused by everyone except you. Do the facts lie? Do you believe in the official version of events? No, the truth is distorted.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
The facts are wrong. Henry didn't go to the council building by himself. Hell yeah! This is getting interesting.
Don't test me.
Henry remembers almost nothing about last night except seeing New Night. He specifically remembers seeing the goddess. She didn't speak to him, he saw the goddess. The only statue of New Night is in the barracks, and a normal citizen can't know that because the barracks are classified. Henry has been in the barracks, though. That's where detainees are processed when they're arrested. The statue is in the main barracks grounds. Prisoners don't go through there. Correct, Akiko? When I was arrested on Island 13, I only ever saw the entrance of the barracks, which connects directly to the underground holding cells. I'm answering that it's classified. Grand Marshal, you'll be found in contempt if you refuse to answer. Fine. Arrested individuals are taken through the main gate and directly down into the holding cells.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Henry could only see New Night if he went through the tunnel that connects to the Desolation Cell to the barracks. When he was arrested and taken to Desolation Cell, he'd have had to go through the main barracks ground though.
I don't like this.
That was 10 years ago. He has lost all his memories from that incident. The only thing that he remembers is New Night last night. That sounds like a stretch, investigator.
I don't like this.
The only way to get to the council building from the Desolation Cell in the window of time stated is via the front gate of the HQ. The Nightmare computer logs on the HQ entrance has no record of Henry going through them. I don't believe he went through them. If he didn't go through the entrance, this whole case is thrown into disarray. Henry was found with the blood of the victims in his stomach, but I don't think he ingested them himself. Ah, so those evidence that we piled on will stack into that to make it more convincing that that alibi is broken. How else did the blood get inside him? I found this bottle on the rocks below where Henry was found. It had been used to hold blood. Sorry, I'm just looking at the time. Alright, so once we get through this case, I'll probably end the episode, but let me read through the rest of the stuff and present the evidence and then see where it goes. Starlight analyzed the blood in it and matched the remains of the council members. How did it get there? There are no fingerprints, but my theory is that someone took council blood from the scene, placed it in the bottle, and forced Henry to ingest it. Why? To scapegoat him for the crime. They were rushed or sloppy, and casually discarded the bottle, assuming no one would question the lie. You can't prove this, though. The demonic sigils that covers Henry's body were found dabbed in blood at the scene of the first seal marshals. What of them? Henry doesn't draw those symbols. There are no records of this occurring, and it is not in line with how the demon inside him behaves. The sigils formed on his skin through the projection of demonic language from the demon inside him. The demon scorched him with its anger. Would the demon make him draw that? No, the demon doesn't micromanage Henry's actions. It just sets him on a path. Henry doesn't speak the demon language either. I find it unlikely that Henry would perfectly recreate sigils from a language he doesn't speak. How did they get there then? Most likely drawn by whoever was trying to frame Henry. Oh, so that's now a mystery, we don't know. Couldn't he have copied them from his own body? Only if he had a mirror and the time to do it. Very well. Excellent work. You have taken the lid off the box containing the truth. Henry's alibi is broken.
Show me your truth.
Okay, broken bars. The bars on the prison bridge were supposedly torn open by Henry with his demonic strength. Starlight analyzes that the bar and found traces of thermite, not demonic residue. Oh yeah, the prison bars that exceed them. Thermite is a military-grade explosive that burns through pretty much anything. Akiko faked that part of his escape. Grand Marshal? Never trust computers. Her little calculator got it wrong. Henry is demonic. What does Starlight know about demons? The freak tried to analyze something that Starlight doesn't recognize, and the closest match is thermite. Residue sample 68.7% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene, acrylonitrile, no traces of unknown chemicals found. Thermite is an anti-material weapon and burns at an extremely high temperature.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Akiko used it to open the prison bars and make it look like Henry escaped.
You need to back off.
This is a lie! A good truth. Please let us sample some more.
Show me your truth!
And last but not least, alibi breaker. For Akiko. I can break Akiko's alibi. The truth requires us to examine Akiko's alibi. Akiko went to execute Henry, but alleges that Henry escaped at 2352. She claims she found him outside the council building at 1203. I called witness as I left the desolation cell to go to the barracks and organize the search for Henry. Can anyone confirm that the Grand Marshal returned to the barracks? The marshals confirmed that she went back to the barracks.
Got it.
However, it is hard to take their word as they are fiercely loyal to you and refuse to give me any physical evidence. Did you confirm the phone call?
Don't test me.
Akiko's phone records are apparently classified, and the investigator isn't allowed to access them. Witness confirmed that he got a call from Akiko.
Crime cannot hide.
I took Witness's phone and analyzed the record at the comms tower. Starlight did some backtracking on the calls, and it appears Akiko lied. The call she made to Witness wasn't from the Desolation cell. The comms tower puts her location at the Syndicate HQ, which throws her timeline of events into question and puts her near the scene of the crime. Good, Tarfa means... goddamn. Tarfa Minosa. Watch your language in the House of Justice. She's lying. Her little pocket calculator is wrong. She hasn't checked my phone. The data is incorrect.
Is this a fact?
Witness testified that on the call from Akiko, he couldn't hear the Desolation Cell's distinctive dreadful atmosphere or the ocean. That isn't conclusive proof, but it still suggests she wasn't where she claims. The rock of secrecy has been lifted and the truth exposed. The Grand Marshal's alibi has been broken.
Show me your truth!
And that's it. I have nothing to present. You have proven that the official version of events for Akiko and Henry's movements last night are total fantasy. Combined with your evidence, you have created a truth that glints brilliantly in the light shown by the facts. I have considered your truth, ruminated and on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped the leaves of veracity, and examined the grains of legitimacy. There is no jury here. I just leave it to the impartial sword of justice within me to stab through the hearts of the lies and let the blood of truth flow. Wow, this is a long-ass statement. The truth is revealed. A truth is known. The truth proves Akiko guilty. Do you have anything else to say, Grand Marshal? The harsh light of truth has shone upon your crime, and you will be sentenced to death. You were sworn to protect our beloved council. You pledged your blade for so long. You were a beacon of purity. Now, you will be executed, and the marshals will lose their leader. The island sequences will never be the same again. Why did you do it? You said I wouldn't hang for this! I beg your pardon, Grand Marshal. This was never part of the plan, you pompous Tarfa. Who are you talking to?
Nenorocito!
Carmelina, you said this would work. Now I have a gun to my head. If I'm going down for this, so are you. I already know what Carmelina's... We kind of know Carmelina's already guilty.
The ravings of the guilty, lashing out.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Tell us everything, Akiko. You have nothing left to lose. If you were set up, you can call revenge.
Turfa!
You promised to induct my soldiers into Syndicate if I helped you, and now I'm going to be executed. Sarsina de Rahat Totoliste. Ooh.
Rahat.
So it is true. I was thinking Carmelina was involved with Akiko's plans, because Carmelina needed a cover-up, and Akiko was definitely somebody who would have most likely have to assist Carmelina's plan. You used me. You weren't careful enough, and now I'm going to die.
I'll kill you!
I faked Henry's escape, and I was supposed to deliver him to outside the council building, phone witness, and report that I'd found him after the council were dead. Carmelina?
It is cowardly to
She's
insinuate,
lying.
investigator.
She's been found out in her own little scheme, and now she's trying to take innocent people down with her.
Nenorocito!
I took Henry out of the barracks to the council building. The report is a lie. The official report is a lie. Lady Love dies? Sounds like a conspiracy, Judge. Open a case file.
Carmelina's conspiracy.
Oh, hey, so it unlocks it basically unlocks in the trial that we have a new case trial, which technically does tie into the final case of who killed the councils. Carmelina's conspiracy. There's an evidence to suggest Carmelina may have been the mastermind in the conspiracy to kill the council. Judgment has passed. So does that mean that Henry's escape, convicted, your facts have become the truth? So does that mean Akiko no longer exists in the space? Out of curiosity. Lady Love dies. While you're in here, you do not have access to the phones you have been using to record your progress. Would you like to save your progress now? Yes. I will save your progress before the next trial begins. Okay. Thank you. That's a good place to end it. Truth or facts? Alright, so this will be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Can I actually... No, I can't exit here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode of Nobody Minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to when we're watching this. So, we're going to jump into the next case, or the next few trials in this episode. Going to continue with this, and hopefully we'll push to the end. I'm surprised that they actually let you save every end of the thing, which is great. I actually like this. This is something I wanted for sure, because I know this trial is going to run long, depending on how many cases we found and how many things we need to present alongside that. So I'm glad we can actually stop for a little minute and then continue onwards. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next episode where Nobody Minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night. When you're watching this, I'm super excited to see where this whole trials, all the cases go into. Like, where does it take us? Alrighty. Roz, out.